So, and welcome to the launch of the International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction and the National Disaster Media Awareness Campaign for the 2022-2023 cyclone season. Early action, early warning. That is the theme for this year's International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction. And I think all of us in Fiji can be proud to some extent for the journey we have endeavored to undertake to become a more resilient nation in the face of natural disasters and pandemics. Today, because of our resilience, we have managed to reduce mortality caused by disasters significantly from the 44 deaths in the Category 5 Cyclone Winston in 2016 to 5 deaths in the superstorm of TCS in 2022, an improvement of more than 11%. The Fijian government is committed to ensure that the future generations of Fijians are protected. The risk landscape is shifting beneath our feet, and as disaster authorities, we have a critical responsibility to improve our national response architecture to meet worsening threats and to make responses more standardized and available, response capabilities more predictable and dependable. Today marks the International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction, where governments, partners, and communities around the world celebrate actions made to reduce exposure to disasters and raise awareness about the importance of mainstreaming disaster risk reduction in all facets of development. In the last 5 years, the IDRR theme for each year has been aligned to one of the 7 targets of the Sendai Framework. This year, the theme is focused on Target G of the Sendai Framework, which is to substantially increase the availability of and access to multi-hazard early warning systems and disaster risk information and assessments to people by the year 2030. With the rapid changes in climatic conditions worldwide, communities face the risk of disasters like never before. However, early, effective warning systems have proven to save both lives and properties. The UNDRR has advised that death tolls from disasters have declined primarily due to the implementation and maintenance of early warning systems and disaster preparedness activities. I am pleased that the Fijian government has put in place initiatives aimed at enhancing early warning systems to promote better preparedness and rapid response. These initiatives include, first, the coordination with the MRD for tsunami warnings and evacuation notices. This includes monthly tsunami siren tests and evacuation drills for the public. We currently have 13 tsunami sirens installed along the Suva Peninsula with the support of the New Zealand government, the European Union, and the Pacific Community. Through the support of the government of Japan, 26 new sirens are planned for installation, extending from the Suva Peninsula towards the western side of Vitilevu to Rakiraki. Secondly, the installation of simplified early warning systems at the community level. In this regard, water level sensors and rain gauges are installed in strategic areas, which triggers alarms to indicate flood alerts to vulnerable communities. Upon activation, it provides lead time to the villages to activate evacuation protocols and move to safer ground. Third, the coordination with the Fiji Met for cyclone, coastal inundation, and flood warnings, with subsequent dissemination of public advisories for preparedness. Fourth, impact-based forecasting for informing response planning for cyclones and slow onset hazards. Coordination and collaboration with civil society organizations, including the Fiji Council of Social Services, FCOS, who works with the District Council of Social Services, or DCOS, to collate community observation reports. These reports are shared with the divisional commissioners and the NDMO, which assists in taking early actions to mitigate risks. There are a lot of other CSOs who have also been doing great work with our communities to help them better understand the warnings and prepare for disasters. DRR requires a multi-hazard approach, an inclusive, risk-informed decision-making combined with enough advocacy on understanding the risks associated with hazards and how to cope with them. While installation of early warning systems is critical for early action, educating people on how it serves its purpose is equally important. The NDMO has been conducting community-based disaster risk reduction trainings in collaboration with government ministries and NGOs through the Community-Based Disaster Risk Management Manual. Government, together with its development partners, will continue to work on developing people-centered early warning systems and preparedness that can enable early action to minimize the harm to people, assets, and livelihoods. Ladies and gentlemen, let me also take the time to acknowledge the critical role that the media has in all of this, in providing early warning. Media throughout the world, and here in Fiji, plays a vital role in educating the people about disasters. The media disseminates warnings of hazards, gatherings and transmitting information about affected areas, and even alerts governments, officials, relief organizations, and the general public to specific incidents. Both mainstream and social media have become critical in providing the opportunity to broaden warnings to diverse segments of the population in times of disaster. The various forms of media and media outlets have broken down reliance on just one platform to reinforce the dissemination of early warning messages to allow all to take early action, ensuring meaningful access. However, very importantly, I would like also to remind members of the media present today about your responsibility in ensuring dissemination of reliable and credible messages on disasters in a timely manner. The onus also lies on us, the public, to ensure that before we hit the send button, every time that we see something on social media, to ensure that the message we are sending is factual, that we do not put ourselves and others at risk by sending the wrong messages. This is absolutely essential. As you are all aware, Fiji's cyclone season is from the 1st November 2022 to the 30th April 2023. As Minister responsible for meteorological services, I am also here today to announce the prediction of the tropical cyclone activities for the upcoming 2022-2023 tropical cyclone season for Fiji and the Regional Specialized Meteorological Center, or the RSMC, in short, Nadi region. The RSMC region covers the area from the equator to 20 degrees south to 160 and from 160 degrees east to 120 degrees west. Having said that, the RSMC Nadi region anticipates the following. First, in total, 5 to 7 tropical cyclones are likely to affect the RSMC Nadi region between November 2022 to April 2023. Second, on average, 7 cyclones affect the RSMC Nadi region every cyclone season. Thus, our 2022-2023 cyclone season is predicted to have average to below average number of cyclones. Third, for severe cyclones, that is category 3 or above, we anticipate 1 to 4 severe tropical cyclones this season. Fourth, on average, 3 severe tropical cyclones affect the RSMC Nadi region every season. Therefore, our 2022 to 2023 tropical cyclone season is predicted to have an average to below average number of severe cyclones. For Fiji's exclusive economic zone, we expect the following. First, in total, 2 to 3 tropical cyclones are likely to pass through Fiji's exclusive economic zone this season. Secondly, similarly, 1 to 2 severe tropical cyclones are likely to affect Fiji during the 2022-2023 cyclone season. Additionally, the rainfall prediction for the duration of the cyclone season is above average rainfall. That means we should expect more rain in the next 6 months. And as you all know, severe rainfall leads to flooding and increases the possibility of hazards such as landslides from occurring. In Fiji, flooding alone continues to be one of the leading causes of death during any cyclone event. Data released by the Fiji Police Force has revealed that between 2017 and August 2021, a total of 17 people had drowned during an event of a natural disaster. The majority of these incidents involve people being swept away by strong currents while trying to cross flooded rivers, creeks, and other areas. Let me remind every Fijian today, we have the power to reduce these fatalities simply by following the advisories issued by our relevant authorities. We must not cross flooded areas, flooded rivers and streams, as this can result in the loss of lives and places our search and rescue teams at risks. Parents must ensure that their children are supervised at all times, and children must not be allowed to swim in flooded waters. At this juncture, I would like also to stress the importance of using this early warning information to prepare, to plan, and to make good decisions prior to the cyclone season at all levels, be it at the community level, the private sector, non-government organizations, government agencies, disaster managers, and even local government entities. We need to be prepared and to stay safe during the 2022-2023 cyclone season. Ladies and gentlemen, in lieu of government's initiative to decentralize services, this year's National Disaster Awareness Program will be held in Valilevu, Nasinu, on Thursday, 27 October. I ask all our audience and joining in person and virtually today to save the date and come in numbers and be part of this important annual event. Planned activities for the day will include booth visitations, awareness on early warning and early action initiatives undertaken by government ministries and non-government partners. Members of the public will also get a chance to witness some of the strategic assets that are deployed during disaster operations. There will also be a lot of other activities that the general public can participate in to win prizes, and this includes interactive competitions. I am delighted to note that in the lead up to this important event, the Ministry will be working closely with all relevant stakeholders and our partners in addressing some of the key issues that leads to flooding of vulnerable communities. To ensure the engagement of Fijians at all levels, the Ministry will also run several competitions for the National Disaster Awareness Campaign. The competitions will be open to the general public and will include poster, poems, and video competitions which will align to this year's theme. We will share more details on the criteria in our social media platforms. From today onwards, you will get to witness disaster preparedness messages running through various multimedia platforms. We urge members of the media to join us in this campaign and help us to get these messages across to the last mile. This serves as a great reminder to you, to me, and to everyone out there to be prepared and gear up for the upcoming cyclone season. Ladies and gentlemen, it would be remiss of me not to highlight one of our key achievements as part and parcel of our preparation for the incoming cyclone season. This morning, I also have the pleasure of launching the revamped Fiji NDMO website. The completion of this project will greatly enable us in reaching out to more and more people as we continue to build more advocacy around the importance of early preparedness and the timely release of information during times of disasters. With these few words, I wish you all a happy International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction and officially launch the National Disaster Awareness Campaign for 2022 and the Fiji NDMO website. Unawalevu, and thank you all. All right. Okay, down you go. Wait, that's a big thing.